All right, everybody, welcome to the show. Today, we're going to talk about some Instagram questions that I got from you guys on my IG the other day when I asked you what you wanted to know, what you wanted to learn, what you wanted to ask me. There was a great question that somebody put out saying, how do you define needle moving actions? And I wanted to dive into this because it's not as simple as just saying, hey, here's your daily IPAs, do them. I really want you guys to grasp this for your Instagram specifically. So my quick answer to her was, well, remember who your audience is every single day and how you're serving them. So when you think about it, when you think about your stories, when you think about your posts, you have cold market people, warm market people, and hot market people, which when I refer to all of these, what I mean by that is cold market is people that don't know you. They've just stumbled across your account. They don't have a relationship with you. They've never talked with you, things like that. Warm market are people that have recently stumbled across your account. They might know a little bit about you, but not too much. Maybe they got your freebie, but that's about it. Hot market people are people that have been following you for a while. They love all of your stuff. They probably consume your content on more than one platform, and they opt into lots of your freebies, and they've interacted with you, given you lots of questions. You've had DMs with them, like you've got a relationship. So every day, things that will move the needle forward in your business are taking care of these three categories, because these three categories are the fundamentals of your business. They're what give you all of your sales. They are what drive your impact, because of people. People are how you make an impact. People are how you have a business. People are how you are working, right? So you've got to be showing up and interacting with these people and nurturing them and growing them. So your income producing activities, your IPAs, are going to be all about taking care of these three categories. So when you think about your stories, when you think about your content, I want you to think, what am I doing today that's going to expand and warm up my cold market audience? So this could be going and finding new people to follow, going and finding your ideal avatar, your ideal client somewhere that you can follow and start interacting with and engaging with. It could also be, what are you giving them, or how are you showing up on your stories or in your content that is you embodying what they're looking for? This is the most important thing for cold market people. You have to be the embodiment of the result that they want, the thing that you're saying you can help them with. And no, this does not mean you have to be perfect. And this does not mean that you have to have every I dotted and T crossed to be that person. But if you're going to be someone that's teaching them how to make six figures, you probably should be someone that has made six figures, right? So step number one is cold market. You've got to show up embodying the person they want to be. That could be, how are you showing up and creating the feelings that they want to feel? How are you showing up in those feelings? Are you embodying those feelings? Are you showing up with the lifestyle that they want? Are you showing up with eating the way that they want to eat? Are you showing up consistently in something the way they want to be consistent but aren't right now? Don't overthink it. It doesn't have to be like, I've totally arrived, I'm a millionaire, I'm embodying it. No, this could be as small as the daily habits they wish they had, the feelings they wish they had, the consistency in something that they wish they had. So you have to show up embodying those things for cold market leads. That's what's going to warm them up and make them want to follow you. Warm market is people that know you a little bit. So you need to be growing these, right? You need to be nurturing them. It's like, I've always said it's like a farm. Like, that's the best analogy I can think of when it comes to working in business, is you're constantly planting and watering and nurturing and harvesting and planting all over again. So every day, cold market is planting those seeds, right? Warm market is you're doing the watering, you're doing the weeding. Then the best way to nurture and grow your warm market is to give them value. This is where your freebies come into play. This is where I want you giving them such awesome value in your content that you're actually changing their life right now. So more than just education, because education is a form of value, I want you actually giving them steps. I want you actually giving them how-tos. I want you giving them things that they can utilize to actually change today. That's the best way to nurture and grow your warm market. Then your hot market are people that you are already talking to. And let's go back real quick. Warm market people, you want to be having those conversations. You want to be starting or continuing those conversations, getting to know them better, giving them more value, more freebies in the DMs even. Hot market, you're wanting to convert them to sales or customers. They already know you. They already like you. They already trust you. They've been involved in a ton of your stuff. This is your opportunity to invite them to work with you. So you can go to them directly and say, I have this awesome opportunity. I totally thought of you. I think you'd be a great fit. Or you could say something like, hey, I've been checking out your business. I think it's amazing. I have some ideas for you. I'd love to hop on a call and give you some ideas and see if maybe it would be a good fit to work together. I've done that before with people. There's nothing wrong with hopping on a call with someone to see if you can give them some value and if it's a good fit to work together. But it's openly inviting them to work with you because you have that established relationship and you've already added value to their lives in more than one way. So every day you need to structure your activities that you're doing in your business around these three types of people in your audience. And what are you doing to help all three of them every single day? So that looks like content, right? How are you showing up in your stories? How are you showing up online? What kinds of content are you posting? And no, you're not going to do like 3 posts every single day for all 3 different types of people, but you can look at your feed and say, did I do one this week that's for cold market? Did I do one this week that's for warm? Did I do one this week that's for hot? Right? That might help you break it down when it comes to your feed. Your stories, you could do 2 or 3 of these every day for all 3 of these. It looks like DMs, getting in the DMs. With the cold market people, it's starting the flirting process where you're responding to some of their stories with a genuine comment, or you're commenting on a couple of their pictures or saying something nice to them just to make their day. With warm market people, it's giving them a freebie. It's giving them value. It's saying, I thought of you. Would this help you out? With hot market people, I've already talked about this. It's going to them and saying, hey, do you want to work with me? This looks like freebies and creating more freebies or inviting people to a freebie this month. I talked about this in my last podcast where I've had different freebies every single month to try to generate new leads. That should be a big part of your IPAs, your income producing activities, needle moving activities, because freebies are how cold market people get to move to warm and warm market people get to move to hot, because you're nurturing all of them at the same time. You're giving them free value, you're giving them interaction with you, and you're letting them see what you can do and what working with you is like and how it's going to change their life. It looks like expanding your market/audience every single day. You should be making an effort to expand that. And that could be even collaboration, right? With other people in your industry, or going and speaking for other teams, or showing up to do a free summit with other people, or joining some other groups, right? Some other Facebook groups, things like that. It also looks like being open to feedback, right? Letting people tell you what they need, what they want, taking that feedback and every single day saying, how could I do this a little bit better? How could I have done that a little bit better? What could I offer or tweak my offer slightly that would make it a little bit better for what they tell me they're looking for? So if you think about it this way, it's kind of a no-brainer when it comes to what are your daily activities that are going to actually move the needle forward. You just need to think more about the people you're serving and how to be nurturing them, as opposed to what do I need to do to move my needle forward in my business, right? It always comes back to being service-based, not sales-based. And yes, sales is a part of service. Sales is a huge part of service. I love talking sales. You guys know that. But when you show up from a place of serving, and what am I going to do today to help my cold market people, my warm market people, and my hot market people? How am I going to help each of them today? You will move the needle forward. Another question somebody asked was, can I incorporate my products in my posts or keep that separate? And I would say this depends. If you're a network marketer that wants to grow a team, you don't need to be talking about product. You need to be talking about business and business stuff and setting yourself up as a leader and as someone who has a vision for their team and as someone that knows dollars and cents. So if you're like, oh, I'm in network marketing and I want to grow a team, but I don't know any of that, start teaching yourself. Go study your comp plan. Go start learning from a business perspective, business skills, right? How to grow and scale a business, how to become better at sales, how to teach other people, how to be better at leading yourself, because a network marketer that wants to grow a team has to be impeccable at leading themselves, because then you can lead other people. So how are you today leading yourself a little bit better than yesterday? And that's how you're going to show up online, is giving people value in talking about leadership and how you're growing, talking about vision. Where are you going? Who are you wanting to help? What difference are you here to make? Why is your team different than other people's teams? And it's talking about a lifestyle that you're working for. Even if you're not there yet, remember, you have to embody what they're looking for. You can still embody this to people by letting them see the journey, letting them be a part of it, letting them hear what you're committed to and what you're giving up and what you're working for. They need to hear all of that. If you want to sign up customers, you can have the product in your post, but don't talk about the product, right? Everybody always knows, like, the thing that you talk about will not be the thing that people want to ask you about. So when you show up in a post and you want to talk about your super cute outfit and you're holding a shake, that's when people will be like, oh, what's your shake? Right? When you're like, oh my gosh, I feel so amazing in this outfit and it's brand new and I never thought I'd be able to wear something like this. And you guys have no idea how good it feels to be in this thing, and you're holding your shake. People are going to be like, what's the shake? But if you showed up and you're like, oh my gosh, this is my awesome shake and it's helping me lose all this weight, people will be like, where's your outfit from? Right? So don't talk about the thing that you want to actually sell. Talk about, this goes back to embodying, talk about what it's actually doing for you in your life in ways that people can relate to. So it's not weight loss, it's how you feel in your outfit. It's that you feel confident, it's that you feel sexy, it's that you never thought you could wear something like this and now you get to. That's what people will relate to, as opposed to, oh, I lost all this weight and I'm drinking all this shakes and that's what's causing me to lose weight. They're going to be like, man, I've heard that before, right? So it's talking about pain points that have been solved in your life and embodying that for them so that they're like, oh, she must be onto something. She must have something that I need because I want to feel that way. So I hope that makes sense. That's all the questions that I'm going to answer for today. If you guys have more, go ahead and shoot me a DM on Instagram. I would love to hear. You could say, hey, I heard you answer some questions on the podcast. I'd love to ask you my question, and I will go ahead and answer it on a podcast episode. And just reminding you guys that I'm also taking on guests onto the show that want to get free coaching with me. So that's anybody like you that's listening to the podcast that wants my eyes on your Instagram or your business or wants to ask me anything about that. You are welcome to apply to come onto the show and get some free coaching with me. If you want to, just go over to Instagram, shoot me a DM and say, hey girl, I want to apply to be on the podcast. I would love some free coaching with you, and I will send you the application. Okay, everybody have an awesome day.